Texas Success Academy, home of the innovators, visionaries, successful individuals, and competent leaders. An online school proud of its long-lasting integrity and academic excellence. A fully online accredited school. Committed to provide accessible education to all. Recognized by the Texas Education Agency and approved Texas Private School Accreditation Commission. Regional, national and internationally accredited by ACTS and SACSCASI, prestigious agencies that are recognized by the U.S. Department of Education. Learn from some of the best educators in the United States. Accredited, award-winning, affordable and exceptional online learning for K-12 and adults. What are you waiting for? Experience greatness and learn from the best. Be a Jaguar now.
Texas Success Academy, home of the Jaguars.
Great day, ladies and gentlemen, as well as our dear TSA family and future Jaguars. Before we begin our event, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all of the viewers, students, parents, and future Jaguars who watched and supported our previous online event. And now, we are proud to present the Day 1 of #DiscoverTSA, a 3-day virtual school open house and #TSA Talk Live session, with Mr. Keel Soriano to discuss the topic, Shine on You Admissions, discussion of the enrollment procedures and programs. To formally start our program, let us welcome the Texas Success Academy Professional Development and Operation Coordinator, TSA Liaison and Assistant to the Superintendent, Ms. Crystal Jones.
Well, hello and good morning. Good to see you today on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. We are so happy that you've joined us today and cannot wait to tell you all things about TSA. So we have quite a few questions that come through all the time, and we wanted to host a forum where you guys could come and ask questions, learn about TSA. So that's where we get #DiscoverTSA. We are so excited to tell you all things about TSA, but first, let me tell you a little bit about our history. So Texas Success Academy, or TSA, was founded in 2011 by a group of wonderful teachers that love their students, that really just saw that there was a need for quality education for students that just needed a second chance. There are quite a few students actually that do not have their high school diploma. And so these teachers saw that while that there's other ways to get education like a GED or other little certifications, they said, no, that's not acceptable. Not saying that anyone that has that is lacking anything, but there needed to be a program for students that wanted more, that wanted that diploma that everyone did not get a chance to get. So they formed Texas Success Academy. So Texas Success Academy is a school that is completely fully online. We offer classes for students from kindergarten to 12th grade and adult education completion. Again, I do want to point out, we do not do GEDs, we only do diplomas. So we also are internationally accredited and fully recognized by TEA. We offer dual credit classes for our 10th graders, and we're an award-winning school. It's a really awesome school. You can check out many of our accolades, many of our reviews. Many people come here and literally go off to be doctors and lawyers and just wonderful people in the world. We are helping to bring forth active members in society. So I'm super excited. I do want to mention our co-founders, Dr. Lisa Chappelle. which is our superintendent and CEO, and also Dr. C.S. Chappelle, which was a co founder as well. And she serves on the back end. She's semi retired right now, but she's always letting us know how she feels about things. And she's always coming up with ways for TSA to improve. So we are super, super grateful that she is still around with us and always helping us in any kind of way. So we have various departments within TSA, and through this event, you will get to hear from different departments. We'll hear from the advising, we'll hear from admissions, we'll hear from finance, where you can get all of your questions answered. So in these live sessions, we have questions that we've already gathered from commonly asked questions or frequently asked questions from our students and people that are interested in the program. So we'll address some of those. But also, I do want to point out that we are hosting a live open house today, the rest of the week, where you guys can actually come in between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Central Standard Time and actually meet with those different departments and get your individual questions answered. So to get the link to the actual meet, the Google Meet, you can look inside the chat in this post for Facebook and YouTube. And also, we've sent out various correspondence, and there's other sections on our page that have the flyer that lists the link. We would love to meet everyone, and this is an opportunity for you to voice your opinion and find out any type of question that you might need an answer to for you as a student or your child as a parent. So the first person I want to welcome is one of my favorite. Oh, and there's the link there. It just got posted. I don't do all this. I have a tech team for all that. But my first person that I want to introduce is one of my favorite admissions representatives. He is a wonderful young man that assists our students in any type of way. Some of you have spoken with him, but this is now a chance for you guys to see him in person. And he's always in action and he has a lot of information and he's going to present different things about the admissions department. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Mr. Keel Soriano.
Hi, you guys. So
Hi, Keel. How are you?
I am doing great. Besides the recent earthquake, I am doing very fine. I'm safe and I have nothing to complain about. So, yeah.
That is good to hear. I'm so glad you're safe. And certainly for everyone that doesn't know, that there are earthquakes going across the world right now. And some of our team members were affected by that. So we are with them. We are showing our support. And we are super grateful that Kill was able to join us today. And to
Yes,
any of our other students that are currently experiencing any world situations, our hearts go out to you. And we are here
exactly.
and we are your family. So
Yeah,
thank you so much for being with us, Keel. I'm going to turn
of
it over to
course.
you and let you do your thing. And then I'll be back to ask some of those commonly asked questions.
Of course. All right. Right, so for the first day of our TSA talks, so our theme for today is Shine on You Admissions, discussion of the enrollment procedures and programs that we have. So this is the main focus of the admissions department. So for this presentation, I'll be showing how we do the process as well as more information about our program. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them so that we can dive in and I can provide you more information about the programs that you are interested in. So let's begin. So for our K-12 program, so this includes one-to-one learning with teachers, college classes for 10th to 12th grade, advanced placement, honor courses, and foreign languages at no extra cost, and NCAA courses approved. So for our K-12 program, of course, this includes kinder, elementary, which includes grade 1 to grade 6, middle school, which includes grade 7 to grade 8, as well as high school, which includes grade 9 to grade 12. So this is the traditional program that we have. So yeah, basically, we have an ongoing discount for this. So stay tuned for the rest of our TSA talks as our finance advisor and the finance team would discuss more about the ongoing tuitions and discounts and payment plans that you can do for a K to 12 program. All right. Right. Next is another part, our part-time classes. So the first one is our individual classes or classes that you can take in advance. So You can take classes in advance and return back to your school with credits earned. So you can earn extra credits to graduate earlier or catch up on missed credits to get back on track. So these are for students who wants to do something for, let's say, wants to take classes in advance or just have more time to do a certain class. Let's say you have a lot of free time and you just want to take Spanish 1. So you can sign up for individual classes and take these classes in advance. And after you're done with this, we basically send your transcript to the school or to your current school, and they basically take the credit for that, so you don't have to take it with them anymore. So yes, so on a slight note for that, students who take individual classes are not enrolling full time at TSA. Again, this is a part time program. So if you enroll 4 credits or 4 credits worth of individual classes, that will require you to enroll for a full semester. And students will have a maximum amount of 5 months for a half credit class and a maximum of 10 months for a one full credit class. Okay. And in case you are enrolled for individual classes and you need help, please do reach out to your advisor so that they can help you out regarding timeframes and such. Okay. Next, for another part-time program is our credit recovery program. So this program is open for traditional grade 6 to grade 12 students who need to recover credits. So students can take these classes year-round. Credit recovery classes only applies to students who fail the class once or more than once. So basically, if you fail the class, this is the program for you. And if you want to earn that credit back, you can sign up for a credit recovery class again. So note, students may take 3 credit recovery credits at one time. So again, this does apply to cases wherein a student failed a certain class due to attendance issues. So in case you're wondering whether you need to take individual classes or credit recovery, if you want to take a class in advance or if you haven't taken this class before, you need to apply for individual classes. But if you've already taken this class before, then you need to take credit recovery. Right? Okay. Moving on for the adult program. So it's the Adult Learners High School Diploma. So for adults, we have a high school program tailored for them, tailored for their needs. Since for most of our adult students, they are working or they have their families or they have a lot going on with their lives. So as much as we can, we try to accommodate as much as possible and cater to their needs and help them um, basically help them earn their high school diploma with us. So, yeah, so adults can learn on their own schedule. So that's one. So for adult students who are working or are taking care of their families, single mothers, or have something important going on in their lives, they can learn on their own schedule. So we do not have a set schedule for our classes. Our classes are available 24/7, meaning you can do them at your own time, at your own pace, and when you want to. So, yeah, that's a great benefit. So, you can earn a high school diploma from an accredited school, which is us. And again, as Miss Crystal mentioned earlier, we do not offer GEDs. We only offer high school diplomas, which are more beneficial and are more easily accepted by more universities and colleges so that when you want to apply for one, it's easier to do so. So next, it's an affordable program. So for our tuition fees for the adult learners high school diploma, that would depend on whether you are going to enroll for the adult 0 to 10th grade program or the adults 11 to 12th grade program. So in case you cannot do the full payment, we do offer payment plan options just to make it more easier for you to settle your tuition fees and pay your dues so that you can still graduate on time. And again, as mentioned earlier, the classes are self-paced and the time frame we provide adult students is 1 year. So again, but since the classes are self-paced, even though the time frame we provide is 1 year, if your study habits are greater than others, or if you pick up your classes faster or learn quicker, then the amount of time it takes to complete the program and earn your high school diploma and graduate would be earlier than a year. So it's actually possible to graduate much earlier. Okay, next. For another adult program, we have the Pathways to Success program. So this program is for students who have earned all of their high school credits but did not graduate or they did not pass the state exam. So let's say you've earned all your credits during your high school, but you weren't able to take the state exam or you failed some of them. So this is a program for you. So we just need to see it in your transcripts. So basically, This is a required document for this program. We just need to see that you have earned all your credits. And once we do, and once you've confirmed that, basically you just need to take a few classes with us. And so once you're done with those classes, you can basically graduate and get your high school diploma. So these are available for students for who have all their credits or lack up to 2 credits. So you just have to pay more if you do not have all your credits or you just lack 2 more. Right. So again, it says here available for students for who up to 2 credits for $50 per extra credit, or for a foreign language class, it's an extra $100 per credit. Okay, moving on. Lastly, the International Adult High School Diploma Program. So, our school, Texas Success Academy, offers its international students who meet the graduation requirements an accredited U.S. diploma that is accepted through our SACS-CASI accreditation for schools, colleges, universities, and employers. So, we do get a lot of international inquiries regarding this program. So, basically, um, if you have an accredited high school diploma, or if your school is accredited by the US Department of Education, and if you have high school credits, then yes, we can transfer credits over to our school. But if not, then that's completely fine. You can still enroll with us and you can still start. And basically, we would help you out in the entire way. So, yeah, that's the International Adult High School Diploma Program. Right. So, moving on to the enrollment process. So, So the enrollment process begins once you fill out a submission. So you enroll online through the enrollment links provided. We do provide enrollment links via email and enrollment instructions as well, but the enrollment links and the forms are already available on the website as well. So you can find them at texassuccessacademy.com. Right. So once we get your enrollment form, or once you submitted it and it's cleared by the finance department, you just need to submit the required documents. So for each program, I've listed here all the submitted, or I'm sorry, all the required documents. So for the K to 12 program, all you need to submit is a birth certificate of the student, the parent's ID, which is government issued, transcripts from an accredited school, immunization records, a school physical, and a withdrawal form. All right. And for the credit recovery program, the only thing we need is a parent's ID and a proof of failed credits. So this proof must show that you have a failed mark on the class that you want to take, as well your student's name. This can easily be a report card or a transcript, or if that's not readily available, it can be a screenshot of the grade or the failed mark that you received. But of course, it needs to reflect the name just so we can confirm that it belongs to you, basically. So yes. Next is for the summer school and individual classes program. So we only need one requirement for these programs, and that's the parent's ID. And once that's submitted, we can basically just process the enrollment and send you the welcome letter within the day once we receive the parent's ID. And that goes for both summer school and individual classes. Right, moving on to the adult programs. So for the adult program, we just need two things. That's a valid ID and a transcript. The transcript is only if you are enrolled in the adults 11 to 12 grade program. So it's completely optional if you want to submit it if you are enrolling for the adults or the 10th grade program. So that means that if you have a transcript showing that you have earned credits and completed the 10th grade. Okay, this ensures that we or that you have all of the credits that you need from grade 9 and grade 10, and that you are okay to proceed with grade 11 and grade 12. So this is why we need a transcript for one of our adult programs, or two actually. So next, for our international adults, it's basically the same thing but with different policies. So we also need a valid ID. We do accept passports. It just needs to be government issued, and it needs to be a photo ID. So we can also you can also submit a transcript as well, but it can only be from schools recognized by the US Department of Education. So we don't want to waste your time or your resources. So the best thing to know the best thing to ensure that if your school is accredited by the US Department of Education is to contact them and ask them. So if they're not, again, it's completely fine. You can still enroll with us and you can still earn your US diploma with us. But yeah. Next, so that is so for a recap, so you enroll online through the enrollment links provided or the website. You submit the required documents, and again, the required documents are listed here. And after all that is done, and after we receive the documents, you just need to complete the mandatory orientation. So this is a webinar and a student orientation within our learning management system, just to make sure that you would know how to use it and that you can effectively um, basically work your way around it. Okay. Next. So next step, so once an advisor confirms your attendance and that you have completed the webinar, we will add you to our databases. So basically, we just want to keep a record of everything. That's why we add you to our databases. And then we inform your advisor to add your classes to the learning management system so that you can begin as soon as possible. After all that is done, we send out your welcome letter. So, what is a welcome letter? This includes details about our policies, instructions, and your login credentials, which is important because these are what you're going to use for your classes basically. So, once you receive the welcome letter, please use your credentials to log into our learning management system, complete the student orientation within the learning management system, and then you can begin your classes. Okay, so that is a really specific description of the process. But again, let's do a recap. So you enroll online, submit the required documents, attend the orientation, then advisor confirms your orientation. We inform your advisor to add your classes. We send out your welcome letter, and then you can start your classes. So it's really easy, it's really quick. And if you have questions about the process, feel free to ask now. And yeah, so I believe we're about to go over a few questions. So yeah,
Hi, Q. Awesome presentation. Thank you so much for taking the time to put that together for our students.
of course.
One thing I do want to mention before we get into these questions, please check your emails. Everybody, check your emails. Check that spam folder. Add TSA as a contact so that you get all of our emails because everything we do comes through email. I do want to
Exactly.
say that there's also ways to text, I believe, right?
Yes.
So Keel is one of those people that text you back. So always check those notifications and make sure that they're on because it might be maybe you haven't moved forward in the process because you're missing something, or maybe we need confirmation about something to get you forward. It's usually Keel, can you tell them one more time about how much time, if someone submits all their documents and it's a seamless process, how much time does it usually take to get enrolled?
Usual time it takes is about 3 days, but there are enrollments which take only about a day because they've submitted all the documents. Once we send out the orientation, they attend it within the minute or within the hour. And once we receive the confirmation within the day, we basically send out the welcome letter. So there are cases where the enrollment process just takes a day, but most of the time it usually just takes 3 days if we get normal responses to our correspondences that we send out, basically.
Awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, it's a really quick process, guys. Just make sure you're checking your messages so that you can get all of your information. So we're going to get down to some questions. Question number one is, what if my child came from a non-accredited school? Will he or she be qualified, or can he or she enroll in your school?
Yes, he or she can still enroll with our school if it's from a non-accredited school. He just needs to take a placement exam just so we can see where he is at or where he is at the grade level of each of his subjects. And yeah, he can still enroll with us. Again, we we want to set your students up for success. So even if it's from a non-accredited school or if it's from a homeschool, we have a placement exam so that we can still check if you are on level and we can make sure to add the classes that are on your level so that again we can set you up for success.
Awesome. And I'm going to add a piece of information because, I'm always going off script. That's what I do, right? Placement exams are open for all students. So if you come in and you want to know, I just think my child's a little bit more advanced or they're not really getting this information, they do have the option to take a placement exam. It's not just for those that are coming from non-accredited institutions. Everyone can take a placement exam. And we can talk more about that in a breakout room later today if you join us for our open house. Okay,
Yeah,
next
virtual
question.
class.
What are the documents needed and how can we submit them?
So I think I've discussed in my presentation earlier. I think I can
Yeah,
show in my slides. Oh, I'm not so sure how though. Hmm. Right. So
there you
oh,
go.
here we go. Right. Okay. So again, I have a list here, but you can also check out the list on the website. We also send out uh, email for this. So if you enroll with us and if you're enrolled in a specific program, as Ms. Crystal said, we'll be sending out an email with a list of all the requirements that you need to submit. But just for your reference and for this webinar, I have a list here for the presentation. So again, for the K to 12 students, you only need a birth certificate, parents' ID, transcript, immunization records, school physical, and a withdrawal form. For a credit recovery program, we do need a parent's ID and a proof of failed credits. Summer school and individual classes, we only need one thing, and that's the parent's ID. Next, for the adults, so this includes the adults 0 to 10th, adults 11 to 12, and the Pathways program, we need a valid ID and a transcript. For international adults, it's the same thing. We need a valid ID and transcripts if the school that you are previously from is recognized by the US Department of Education. And on the question of how you can submit it, that will be on the email we send out as well as a document request. There will be a link there where you can upload these documents, but there is also a link in the website where you can submit this. And for some of these enrollment forms, such as credit recovery, summer school, and individual classes, there's actually an option there where you can upload your ID so that this can make the process quicker once you receive the enrollment form. So, yeah.
Okay. Awesome, awesome. And then I do want to point out one thing on here. Those were great information. But if you're having problems getting things from your previous school, like your withdrawal form or your proof of failed credits, transcript, or report card, anything like that, we do have a registrar department that is here 9 to 5:30 daily. So we can assist you getting those documents. I do want to point that out to some people that are having issues getting their forms. Thank you so much for that, Kill. So the next question is, I need to prepare for my exam. Do you have an ESL program that I can take advantage of? This is an awesome question.
I do believe we have an ESOL program on the works, right, Miss Crystal? We do have ESOL
Yeah.
teachers.
Yeah, I
So,
can actually elaborate a little bit about that on
yeah,
that too and help you out on
of
that.
course.
So this program will be new, but we are going to offer some ESL courses where that you can take before you enter TSA as a full-time student. And admissions is going to have all that information very soon, but we have a full-time, well, 2 full-time ESL teachers on staff here with TSA that will be able to assist students with that. So we're super excited about that, and Kill is going to help so many people enroll in that program. It's going to be groundbreaking, and so we're super excited about that. One more question just came through from a live viewer, actually. It's actually 2 questions. So first question is, how do we change our email associated with TSA? I can take that. We have a records request form that you can submit. So you will contact admissions, so Kill or someone in admissions, and say, hey, I need to change my information. Or if you're already enrolled, you can contact your advisor and we can send you that form so you can do a change of information. Once that form is submitted, we change everything, save the form to your file, and then confirm with you that your email's been changed. Super easy process. So just contact your advisor if you're a current student that's asking this question, or contact admissions if you are currently in the enrollment process, and we'll get your email changed over on our end. Another question that just came up that is super, super important. I'm going to ask that they not show the question on the screen. I'm going to just read it. But can we change our email for the learning management system? Answer is yes. It's going to be the same process. It's going to be that form. It's going to be where you submit that form and then we go in and change your information for you. But there is a way to do that. Also, parents, please be sure to always include your email address that you would like to monitor your student with. That is very important. So anytime you want to monitor your student, you'll have a separate email that they'll log in through the learning management system, and we'll have another email address for that. Mr. Ruiz, you are so welcome. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you at the open house later
You're
to
very
get some more
welcome.
questions. Awesome. All right, Kill. It has been a pleasure to speak with you today. It's been awesome to learn more about your department. So I'm going to have we're gonna actually say goodbye at this point, I think. So if there's anything else,
Oh,
please join our open house. Kill, you did fantastic. Thanks for hanging out with me. Join our
of
open house. We'll
course.
address all of your questions. If you just want to meet Kill one-on-one and speak with him, He's going to be there. So have a great rest of your day. Please join us tomorrow for day 2, where we'll discuss a couple of more topics. I believe they are finance and registrar. So you'll be hearing from our registrar assistant and also our main finance person, Miss Christy Pierce. So please join us for that. And we will go from there. And I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And I hope to see you all this week at hashtag Discover TSA, our 3-day virtual open house. Have a good night or a good day.